Okay.
So green.
Yeah.
You hit the button, it'll go green. If you're pulling something under your breath, you won't.
Or just leave it off. All right. I'd like to call our meeting to order tonight at 6:35 for January 7th, 2025, our regular meeting of the Board of Education. I'd like to start us off with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we are joined tonight with our 3 new board members, along with Dr. Weber, Superintendent, Northville Public Schools, and our amazing Colt team, and we have some members in the audience as well. And Dr. Weber, I will turn it over to you.
Fantastic. So we now get to do something that, just to make sure I have my mic on, that really is, sorry for nerding out as a former social studies teacher, but representative democracy, local control of our schools, things of that nature are really the backbone of our democracy. The idea that a number walk through a door. Have you ever seen a government walk through a door? And I was like, huh? And his point very simply was that when it comes to numbers or something called the government, it's people. It's people like you. It's people that we have here in the audience as well, that we in this country are things like the government or the schools or an administrator. We're human beings. We walk through doors. We choose to go in to serve. Unfortunately, in a climate that can sometimes be charged with people hiding behind anonymous accounts or not being especially kind to those running for office, and I know that everyone at this table has suffered some of those slings and arrows, it's something that really good people choose not to run for office because of how hard that aspect is, the election aspect. And we have 3 people who chose to not only go through that, but put their hearts and souls into being at this table. And I'm exceptionally grateful for each of you for choosing to do that. And for those who have been in saddle now for some time, you've got incredible mentors. They've also went through their election processes. Ms. McIntyre, this is your second one, so you're becoming a pro at it. And also the work that we do here matters. And I think that that's the thing I want to leave this with before Megan comes in and we start to do this super exciting part, which is next, which is the oath of office. What you do matters. When we serve and say we serve kids, and after, I'm going to say a few words after we induct, but every single day, 7,000 kids come into our buildings, and each one of them deserve to be loved and cared for and provided opportunities to be their best selves, whatever that might be. It could be athletically, it could be in fine arts, it could be kids who need additional supports, all of those things. The weight of your responsibility, and I'll speak to that after the induction, you've already found out. I had to contact you all on Friday night. It's real. And I wish I could tell you that that would be the last time I'm going to ever have to do something like that. I can't lie to you. The reality is that you've also chosen to do something that can be really emotionally difficult. So take care of yourselves on that. So with that said, let's get crack-a-lackin'. All right, Ms. Irving?
Ma'am?
Again, my pleasure and honor to be here tonight. Brian Turnbull, the mayor of town. We have a special relationship in this area between the school board, between the city, and the township. We're the only municipality. We do our State of the Union, the State of the District, all together. So we work hand in hand each and every day. My friend Mark Abbo, and of course, Dr. Wells. So with that, I would like to individually bring each and every one of the members up as I bring you up. I have the official words, some I have to actually say, but in accordance with the policies and procedures set forth by the governor, where I was with last week, not as much as Mr. Colazar, who is here. Representative Colazar is here today. He's with her each and every day. The governor's been here 8 times this year, so we're very privileged. And of course, we brought the standing president, through Matt Colazar, into town a few months ago too. So we're very privileged to have the input with Debbie Dingle, with Matt, with Rosemary Bear, which I just got off the line with, which is our senator, and others in the state. And they're involved with the school and the school board and many of you members. So I feel privileged and honored to be here on that. So on behalf of the state, it's my honor and privilege to be here. And not only here for the Northville and the state, but the Tri-County area. We're very unique. We're all very unique. But Northville itself, the city, is in 2 counties. We're the only ones in Oakland and Wayne County, and the school district goes out to Washtenaw County too. So very unique. Those 7,000 students, they come from a litany of different communities. We're the downtown for about 300,000 people. If you look at all Livonian, all Novi, we've been that downtown since the mid-1800s for all of it. We were number 2 in economics in the state until the 1920s to the 1930s, with the chart being number 1. Little old Northville was as big in the 1800s as it is today. So just like, you know, more history than you want, you know. So, again, as the justice of the peace, I've married 75 couples, you know, the last couple of years. I didn't know that was a great opportunity, but I'm here to swear each and every one of you in individually. So I'll ask you to come up here, and I'm going to give you the words section by section. I won't let you falter here. So if you would come up as I bring you up. First, my friend Lisa McIntyre, if you could come up here. And just to my left right here. And everybody can hear me. I'm usually pretty loud, so okay, we'll go from there.
You've got
I'm going to give you some words and give
Thank you.
another term. Be careful what you wish for, because you might actually get it right off. So these are the words, if you would repeat them after me. I solemnly swear and affirm
I solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
as a member of the board
as a member of the board
in the Northville Public School District
in the Northville Public School District
in Wayne, Oakland, and Washtenaw counties
in Wayne, Oakland, and Washtenaw counties
in the state of Michigan.
in the state of Michigan.
I will do this to the best of my ability.
I will do this to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Hang out. I'm going to get a picture with everybody in a minute. So the next one on the board of life here, Ron, if you could come up, that would be great. Good, congratulations again. Again, I'll give you small snippets if you could repeat these words as I let you know. I solemnly swear and affirm
I solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
as a member of the board
as a member of the board
in the Northville School District
in the Northville School District
in Wayne, Oakland, and Washtenaw counties
in Wayne, Oakland, and Washtenaw counties
in the state of Michigan.
in the state of Michigan.
I will do this to the best of my ability.
I will do this to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
All right.
So who is Jenna? If you could come up next. Congratulations. You got the dress by now. Small sentence there. I solemnly swear and affirm
I solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
as a member of the board
as a member of the board
in the Northville Public School District
in the Northville Public School District
in Wayne, Oakland, and Washtenaw counties
in Wayne, Oakland, and Washtenaw counties
in the state of Michigan.
in the state of Michigan.
I will do this to the best of my ability.
I will do this to the best of my ability.
Meredith, Come on down. Congratulations. Yeah. So you really know this, so every word should be perfect.
I
right now.
should.
So if you could repeat after me. I solemnly swear and affirm
I solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
as a member of the board
as a member of the board
in the Northville Public School District
in the Northville Public School District
in Wayne, Oakland, and Washtenaw counties
in Wayne, Oakland, and Washtenaw counties
in the state of Michigan.
in the state of Michigan.
I will do this to the best of my ability.
I will do this to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. So I think they want a picture of all of us, maybe in, you tell me where, right there.
Yeah, in the middle. And then at the
I just do it
conclusion of the meeting, we'll do a full board picture with the full board as well.
Matt, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there,
Matthew.
cool, sir.
Yeah, come on in. Matthew, our state representative here tonight. I asked if he wanted to do any of these. So this is your Kodak moment. You're all famous.
1, 2, 3.
Everybody good out there? Good. Congratulations again. Thank you for serving.
I think you got the good angle. Yeah, I think you got the good angle. So, I was gonna ask you for him, so.
Before that, we've got a list. Before that, though, we have to go through the.
Lisa, will we do roll call? You're gonna do roll call? Could you, after roll call, could you kick it to me for 60 seconds?
Sure.
Thanks.
And
And then you can start your election.
The next thing, the first part of the election.
So
this is, you're gonna do this. You're gonna say that. Yeah, we'll start that.
So we're gonna get out the list and we're gonna. Why would the liaisons come before?
I think that's how.
It just seems strange. Okay.
Okay.
That'll
Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
As good as.
All right.
Okay, moving on next to our roll call.
All right. I will go through and just say if you're here or not, guys. Trustee Campbell Voitel.
Here.
Trustee Frazier.
Here.
Trustee McIntyre.
I'm here, yes.
Trustee Mabry.
Here.
Trustee Meyer.
Yes.
Trustee Riggin Mauer.
Here.
And Trustee Stewart here.
All right, Dr. Weber.
Thank you. Before we proceed with the meeting, I'm asking for a moment of silence. Over the winter break, we lost 2 of our students. The tragedy of the families, obviously, that's immeasurable for anyone who's lost a child. Also, that our staff who cares for our kids and takes care of our kids, it can be a weight that is often feels like too much to bear. I would argue together with empathy and love, we can not only bear it, but find ways to support each other, learn, and come through to serve our community even better. So if I may please just have a little bit of time. Thank you. Thank you. May their memories be a blessing.
All right, next we're going to move into nomination and election of officers. And it seems like maybe we want to do that first before we go through our committee liaison assignments. Okay.
Okay. This is an unusual event on our agenda, and we do this once a year. So please have some patience with us as we try to get the language and the pacing proper. So it is my, let's see here.
Yeah, first you start with the description.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the floor is now open for nominations for the position of president. And I would like to make a nomination at this time, and I would like to nominate Lisa McIntyre as president of the board.
Support.
All right. And are there any other nominations coming forward? I don't see any by reading all of your faces, so we'll make the motion, I would like to bring forward motion 64, that the Board of Education elect trustee Lisa McIntyre to serve in the office of president.
Support.
The floor is closed for any more discussion of voting for this president. We had one nominee, and do we take the vote now? Oh, okay.
Is that right?
The vote will proceed. Okay, so all those who are in favor of having Lisa McIntyre be our leader, our intrepid leader as president of this school board, please indicate, do we have to do a roll call vote? Just please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? It looks like we have a unanimous decision, and congratulations, Madam President.
Thank you. Amazing. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Trustee Meyer, were you the second on that one? I know you were for the nomination.
I was the
you were
second.
Yeah, Melissa was.
Thank you. I didn't catch that.
Okay.
That's fine.
I know, it is difficult. It's like, we do this one time every
I
year.
know.
The
Oh,
whole year in between.
oh, there you
Thank you.
go.
Okay.
All right. So should I go ahead with the floor is open for nominations for the position of vice president. I'd like to nominate Kim Campbell-Voitel for vice president of the Northville Board of Education.
Support.
All right, so let's see, are there any other nominations from the floor for vice president? Okay. The floor is closed for nominations, so I'd like to bring forth motion number 65, that the Board of Education elect trustee Kim Campbell-Voitel to serve in the office of vice president.
Support.
All right, so we'll go ahead and proceed with our vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I almost forgot. Any opposed?
Can
Okay.
I say aye to myself?
Yeah.
Oh, vote for yourself.
Absolutely.
That would only be six. Aye. Okay, thank you.
All right.
All right, wonderful.
Right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Awesome. All right. The floor is now open for nominations for the position of secretary, and I would like to nominate Karen Meyer for the position of secretary of the Northville Board of Education.
Support.
Okay. Are there any other nominations for a position of secretary? Okay. The floor is now closed for the nominations for the position of secretary. The vote will proceed with Karen Meyer. So I'd like to bring forth motion 66, that the Board of Education elect trustee Meyer to serve in the office of secretary.
Support.
Awesome. Okay. All in favor of Karen Meyer as secretary for the next year for the Northville Board of Education, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes 7-0. Awesome. Congratulations.
Oh, geez, we're just.
Okay, we're like swapping it all around. Huh?
This is secretary's over there.
Okay. I don't
Oh,
know.
this is my name?
Okay, we can manage that later.
I'm gonna leave this right here. I know. Just see what happens.
right side up.
Got it.
There we go.
Okay. Get on there too.
Last but certainly not least, I'd like to bring to the floor nominations for treasurer, and I would like to nominate Melissa Stewart for the position of treasurer.
Support.
Okay, is there anyone else on the floor, any other nominations for treasurer? Okay. That being said, I'd like to bring forward motion 67 that the board elect trustee Stewart to serve in the office of treasurer.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
All right, with that, you are now the treasurer.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next week, so congratulations, everybody.
Yeah.
Excited for us to take this board into kind of the next, the next experience, the next generation of board members. It's going to be fun. Lots of good work ahead of us. Related to that, I would like us to next talk about our committee liaison assignments. I think some of you have had a chance to look at it in our board packet. We've been talking a little bit over the past few months about how our subcommittees work and thinking about the ways that we can bring on our new board members to have us all be, learning at a really important fast pace, that we have a lot of work to do for the board, and there's been a lot of benefit that we've experienced in the past with training new board members through our different smaller subcommittees. But we've also been talking about the benefit of us all discussing finance issues and HR policy issues as a larger committee of the whole. So we've been talking about for this next 6 months that rather than breaking off into regular subcommittee meetings, that we could instead have those conversations at the committee of the whole. So if everybody's in support of that, seems like that would be a good next step for us to take.
I actually applaud that idea, Lisa. I think that the learning curve is steep and there's a lot to know, and there's a lot of good discussion at the subcommittee level that, only 3 of us get to hear at any one time. And so it really helps the learning curve flatten it out a little bit. Everybody gets to hear the same kind of conversation. The details are laid out. The Colt walks us through the things that are new to us that we need to learn. And so we make better decisions, we think. So I will fully support that.
Okay.
I support it as well. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great way to onboard our new members. I just wanted to say that, I think if needed be, we could have a smaller group meeting as maybe if it was necessary. But I think on the whole, for our basic issues and making sure that we will update with everything, I think it's a really great way to go.
Yeah. I think we've had some ad hoc conversations around some of our policy changes and different resolutions and things like that we've tried that, and I think that's gone fairly well. So definitely want feedback also from the Colt team that if this isn't working, please, say, yep, no, we need to break off into smaller subcommittees, that we want it. I think part of my vision too would be using your time effectively too, that let's try it for 6 months. So
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, Melissa.
No, I was just going to say, I think the important thing will be after, this trial period to kind of revisit and make sure that it is working as smoothly as we hope it will.
Mhm.
And then, be able to shift back if we feel like, especially for, I would say, like HR policy and maybe finance, to have that opportunity for a deeper dive that.
Agreed.
And an example of that on the cow piece will be our cow meeting or committee of the whole meeting. There'll be 2 things on that agenda. One is the ALPS presentation, Dr. Brock, and was there for it at Silver Springs. It was fantastic. And then Mr. Kling will be taking us through a little education in School Finance 101. So really intentionally what our team is endeavoring to do is to put cow agendas together that meet the needs of a newly forming board. And so how do we give baseline information? And I think Kim may have said it, so that all 7 of you can hear. And frankly, because people know when our cow meetings are, if they want to come and attend to be in the audience, they can do that. It's a little harder sometimes for folks to make the subcommittee meetings because they're typically earlier, bless you, and they may be, on 96 on their way home or something before they can get to those. So thank you for that.
All right, so that being said, let's kind of skip over the committee appointments for this meeting, and then we can revisit that in June or July, once we've kind of gotten those first 6 months under our belts. The next area is our organization liaison roles. Each year, we look at, the liaison roles that each of us have served within the community, things like the Downtown Development Authority, Michigan Association of School Boards. So at this annual organizational meeting, we will, tonight we will discuss this, and then next year we will also have another opportunity to talk about, okay, this is where I've served, this is what I'd like to do next year, and kind of, just give ourselves those opportunities to maybe stick with a particular liaison role continuously, or, give someone else an opportunity to do something else that they are interested in as well. That we all, I think, love supporting this community, and these meetings are at all kinds of different times. So thank you, Megan, for helping us know when those meetings are, because certainly that schedule might limit some of our availability. So first, with the Downtown Development Authority, is there anybody that is interested in doing that? Okay.
I would be interested in doing that.
Okay. Anybody else? All right, Kim? Okay. The Langfield Marching Band Memorial Fund, I've been doing that for the past 4 years, so I'm definitely glad to share that, pass that on to someone else. If there's anybody that's interested in doing that.
I'll do it.
You will?
I mean, I'm not going to volunteer for everything,
Okay.
but I do think that this might be, it's 1 or 2 times a year, and
If that, yeah.
yeah, and it's important. I do believe there's, that there is a fund and that they give money to the band to support
Yeah, and-
band activities.
Yeah, in my tenure on the board, that memorial fund met one time,
Okay.
and we discussed adding, I think, some sousaphones.
I was gonna say, I remember sousaphones.
Yeah.
It was sousaphones, and I remember my first year here, I said to Megan, hey, could you please get me Mr. Langfield's address? I'd like to send a thank you note. And she had to inform me that Mr. Langfield had been passed for maybe decades, and that it's a memorial fund. So I learned that there as well, but a huge supporter of the band, and it was sousaphones. Yep.
My friend's son played the sousaphone, so thank you for that.
Yes, no, it was interesting to see. I think during your first year, Dr. Weber, I think we saw them at the high school, and
It was
they're
cool.
so shiny. And
Yep, it was
I
cool.
was hearing that they were
Yeah,
not
the
very
old ones
shiny in the
were-
past.
Were
Yeah,
well used.
Mr. Rumbell said there was very much time for that to be turned
That's
over.
great. Well, I'm glad to represent the board at that meeting.
Okay, wonderful. We were talking also a little bit about the Legislative Action Network. I think Kim and I, we were talking about it and trying to understand, is that something that a board member, is that something that you've attended this past year? Is it useful? Is it more PTA related?
I think it's born out of advocacy long ago. And I think that we can meet those needs through work with the MASB and the Wayne County school boards and the PTA council. I don't
Okay.
really know if it's serving us because it's not part of anything else.
Usually the reports are just provided from the PTA person who has provided that. I don't know if there used to be a more active land. I don't know.
Yes, yeah. I'm only saying that from experience with PTA because when I began in it, I was informed that that used to be called land,
Right.
but we never did.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think that that's something that has a lot of, I think we've had the liaison, but there's never been like a meeting or anything.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so it'd be okay if we didn't have
If the PTA person who does advocacy usually comes to the Meads Mill meeting and gives us an advocacy report.
Yeah.
I think that kind of
That's adequate.
covers.
And that could
Okay.
fall under the the liaison to the Northville Council PTAs.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we'll delete that one. Michigan Association for School Boards, Ms. Meyer.
I've done this for the past couple years. I'm open if someone else would like to take that on. I think it's a really great opportunity regarding advocacy within the state and working with other school boards. So, I mean, I can keep it, or if someone else wants to take that helm.
I could do that if you are good with giving it up.
Yeah, I am.
I think it is a good way to get to know like what's happening for school boards, and I did that also for my first 2 years, so I like that. Okay.
We also get a lot of legislative updates through MASB, so I feel like getting rid of the LAN and focusing more on the MASB, I think that's a good switch.
All right. Northville Education Foundation, that was something that Mr. Wilson had done for us for the past few years. And even though I am not a morning person, I think it would be something that I would be really interested in taking on as kind of a next step for me. So everybody okay with that?
I think it's a great fit.
Okay.
And our next meeting is Thursday at 7:30.
Dang.
I wasn't gonna say before you agreed to it, after.
But
Okay.
it says Wednesday.
But it's Thursday?
Yes, it's this, I'm looking at my calendar right now.
Okay.
I don't know that it's consistently on Thursdays. I think
Okay.
that she's tried to like even have meetings in schools, like
Oh,
they've
cool.
tried to change the format since
Okay.
the last time.
Well, I'm not available. I'm just kidding. I am available this Thursday. I'd be glad to join. Okay, that's helpful. Okay. And then Northville Council of PTAs. That has been Ms. Stewart the past couple of years.
I have done that the last 2 years, and I would be happy to let someone else take over if they would want to. I do think we can't add a fourth board member that attends the council meetings, though, so we need to be aware of that.
So how many board members do we have that go to the council meetings?
3.
There's 3 already.
So it really has to be one of us 3.
I can do it.
Okay,
Okay, great.
we can't add any more.
No, I cannot. Okay. Parks and Rec Commission.
I would love to take this.
Okay.
I've been waiting for Jim to pass the reins on that one, so I'm excited.
Awesome.
Hopefully, if that's all right with everyone else.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. I was hearing from the Senior Advisory Commission that there is a lot of strategic planning that's been happening, and I think it's really important to have a Northville resident be a part of that. So awesome. Okay. Northville Senior Advisory Commission. I think I have committed to that for this next year based on the most recent election that we had for that group. So I'm committed to doing that. So my Thursdays will be full in the morning and also in the afternoon. That's great.
So there's one other person on that commission, that's myself. So we're not at any kind of a threshold of concern.
Right, and that's your appointed role through the
Right,
city,
I'm
correct?
City
Okay.
appointee on that commission.
Okay, awesome. And then Wayne County Association of School Boards.
I have done this for the past 2 years and I would like to continue to do so.
Okay.
I enjoy my time with this. And I was saying to Treasurer Stewart a few minutes ago, they had a panel for new school board members last year, but I don't have the 25 calendar. I'm sorry, I thought I did. So I want to check in and see if they do have one, and I'll let you know when that is. I mean, it's fine to go to the meetings, and I would encourage you to do so if you want to listen to a panel about it. They're usually really informative. And it's really great to listen to what they're doing in other districts. I think that's my favorite part, is getting a chance to talk to other school board members around the county.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you for continuing to do that.
No, thank you for letting me.
And then last, Northville Cares for Youth. I think that is a really cool opportunity for someone who's a mental health professional. Me?
I wonder who that could be.
So it's a really great group. You will work with Beth Santer and Amy Prevo. It's a really awesome group just to see all the great work that's happening in the community. It's a wonderful network of professionals, providers, the library, the list is so long, library, Hagera Health. I mean, it's really grown in the past 3 years since I've been a part of it. So
Awesome.
I think you'll really like that. And we generally meet the third Thursday of the month at 4. I'm so sad to give that up because I do love that group. So maybe I can just pop in on occasion.
Thursdays are going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's later in the day though, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
Thursdays is one of my client days.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So, but it's really a great group.
Great. But the public does come to that meeting, right? It's an open meeting, so public, I mean,
It's not really a board meeting, anybody's welcome.
anybody's welcome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yep.
council.
Awesome. Okay. Let's see. All right. So Meredith. And then, okay, so we still have the same administrative liaisons. That's not really anything that we need to discuss, I don't think. And then our building liaison roles is kind of the next area. So some of it is maybe attending PTA meetings, attending different events. So Meads Mill and Silver Springs, I think were just things that Sarah Prescott had been doing. Really, each year we have the same conversation like we do with these other organization representative roles, that who wants to continue with the buildings that they're at. I guess maybe that's a place to start.
Well, I have been this is out of order. We're not starting at the top.
Okay.
I have been a liaison for Cook and the early childhood for the past couple of years. And Cook and, I hate that it sounds wrong when I say it, they unfortunately have meetings at the same nights that we do, so we're not usually able to attend them. So I don't mind continuing to be a liaison with them, but it is a conflict in terms of being able to actually go to any of their meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And then the early childhood, the meetings have not been consistent. If there have been them, I'm not that familiar with this building in terms of the early childhood program. If someone else is and they're interested in taking one of those on, since I'm now unavailable during the day, I would like to take on a school that has their meetings in the evening, and their events would more be evening. So I believe Ridgewood and or Moraine both have evening.
Mhm.
So if Melissa, you're okay with that,
I am okay with that.
I would like to take one of those two.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it matter which one? Okay, then I will take on Moraine.
Okay.
Because it's a smidge closer to your.
Okay.
So you're Cook and Marine?
Yeah, I guess I could do that. Cook and Moraine, sure.
Okay. And then Melissa, so you've had Ridgewood and Marine.
Mhm.
Any particular
How about,
interest areas?
can I take Meads Mill?
Sure. And Ridgewood, or
I
Or
could
just
do,
Meads?
I could do Meads Mill and one of the other elementary schools. I'm really open
okay,
to whichever one.
Okay. kind of see what others.
Mhm.
Okay, kind of save that one. Okay. Let's see. All right, so we have Meads Mill, Silver Springs.
It'll be at Thornton Creek.
Thornton Creek.
So I feel like I should not do that one.
Mm.
Wouldn't that make the most sense? Since my son will be at Thornton Creek in the fall.
I wondered if for this year, if you'd want to
Or if it
start
would
with
make
Thornton
sense
Creek.
because,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm happy to give that one up. I love being their liaison, but I've been doing that for the past 4 years, so I'm happy to share it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I probably just need to speak my intent to put Winchester and the high school out on the table for people to consider. Winchester is a beloved elementary school. That's a really great school. They would be a great first liaison opportunity for a new board member. I know this is your school, but is there some advice about?
I mean, I really would prefer like a middle school or high school out of my district or precincts, just to get a better familiarity with the whole district instead of doing Winchester.
And you're on the board.
Yes.
So
I think it would be better to
that's
have
what
someone
we-
else be the liaison to Winchester.
Right. So don't be, I guess the message is if you're on the PTA board at the school, don't try to put that on your list of liaison opportunities. I would like to have be the liaison to Ammerman. I'm not on the board. That is my family's homeschool though, but I am not on the board. So to your point about Thornton Creek, you're not on the board, so awesome, go for it.
Cool.
And I would like to also add Hillside as a second liaison opportunity. Ammerman and Hillside.
I would like to take on the high school. I don't have a student at the high school for the next 2 years. That'll be like my only time. So I would love to continue that rapport with those staff. Okay.
So what does that leave? Silver Springs, early childhood,
Do you want Meads Mill?
Winchester.
Or you wanted outside of here?
Ammerman? No.
I'll do whatever.
Okay.
I mean, what, if you guys want,
Do you want to do Ridgewood?
Sure.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to switch?
That doesn't matter to me. I just preferred something. I'm so heavily involved in elementary already. I
Right.
just feel like, that's why I
Right.
kind of wanted something a little bit different just to get, but
Mhm.
I'm fine with whatever.
I don't mind switching Meads Mill if you want to.
If you want different, you want cook?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Well, I mean,
yeah.
but it's hard to get there though with the meeting.
they have a lot of.
No,
they
I'm
have
just saying,
a lot of other
yes,
They have a lot of activities
Yes,
at Cook.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll take those.
Okay.
Thank you.
So are you just Cook, or are you Cook and Ridgewood? I wasn't.
I can do both.
Okay, so let's see, Jenna.
So
What do we have?
ECE's
I know. We've
left,
got
Silver
Silver
Springs.
Springs.
Does somebody have Hillside?
Yeah.
You take Hillside, yep. Kind of in advance of your granddaughter going there, maybe?
Take Silver Springs.
Same thing, right? And then you'll, yeah. right,
She's
okay.
in elementary, so.
Do you want me to add on early childhood with Thornton Creek? Would that help?
Ron, what, you have,
I'll take Silver Springs
okay,
and
and then
then that leaves,
and then what,
We just have Winchester and early childhood. I heard.
so Melissa wanted it in elementary, so.
I don't need,
Oh.
I can stick with Meads Mill, it's fine. If you want to switch up and get
I'm
Ridgewood? Who said Ridgewood?
Right now, Jenna has.
Jenna.
yeah, Jenna has
Okay.
Ridgewood. So Ron, Silver
Silver
Springs.
Springs.
Okay. And then we also need someone for early childhood?
Well, who took Winchester?
Winchester out.
Oh, yeah,
took-
Winchester.
No, Melissa.
Did I?
I think is that what you're gonna take?
Winchester and Meads?
I
Okay.
think, now I'm confused. But yeah, I
I
think
can
so.
read it back to y'all.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask you to
Yep.
do that.
Megan is much better at taking notes.
I can take ECE back if
What are, you said they don't meet?
They
What do
don't-
they really do?
No.
They meet
There's so many.
kind of quarterly.
Okay.
Okay, there's a parent advisory group there. That's mainly the meeting for the early childhood.
Why don't I do it? Because maybe Molly would go there. I don't know.
Okay.
So yeah, that works for me.
Okay, will you read it back to us?
Okay.
You have everything covered?
I do.
Okay.
I have Meredith as Thornton Creek and early childhood. I have Lisa as Northville High School. I have Kim Campbell Whitehall as Ammerman and Hillside. Jenna Avery, Ridgewood and Cook. Karen Meyer Moraine, Melissa Stewart Meads Mill and Winchester, and Ron Frazier Silver Springs. Sound right?
Okay. All right, so we're good there. Okay. And so then the way this works is that it will go on consent agenda for next week. So make sure we read it. And if we have any last minute thoughts like, oh, wait, I don't think I can do that committee or whatever, that's cool. Then just let us know. We'll change it before. All right. Anything else? Okay. That is that. All right. So, yes. All right. So we're moving on. Is that right? Okay. All right. Dr. Campbell Whitell.
Okay. Wait a minute. Let me get to the page. I'm happy to bring motion 68 that the agenda be adopted as presented.
Okay, I have a motion properly presented by Dr. Campbell Vital, supported by Melissa Stewart. All in favor of the adoption of the agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, passes 7-0. Next, we have consent resolutions.
All right, I am happy to bring motion 69, that the board accept the consent agenda items for approval as presented. And we have one. I've done that so many times. The minutes of December 17th, 2024 Board of Ed meeting.
Support. Okay, we have a motion properly presented by Dr. Campbell Vital and supported by Secretary Meyer, that the board accept the consent agenda items for approval. And all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, passes 7-0. Next, we have communications.
All right, we have received emails at npsboe@northvilleschools.org.
Awesome, thank you. All right, next we have our superintendent report.
All right, President McIntyre. It's kind of fun to say that, right?
Yeah,
President
feels
McIntyre. So we just received from our NEF, who are really leading the parent camp this year, an exciting lineup. And I know that we know what the guy on the bottom there, right? Mr. Boffman. And that is February 1st at the high school. And if you take a look at that, you'll see some really great people there to help. And last year and the year before, really wonderful. I know the thing that really struck me my first year here is 6 of 7 board members were at the first one. So perhaps anyone who's attended the camp wants to throw a word in there to help support right now on the parent camp?
I found it very impactful. I have attended workshops both as a parent and, obviously wearing 2 hats. I've specifically gone to workshops as a parent and then picked other ones as a school board member, and I've gotten great information from all of it. I'm amazed at the caliber of presenters that we have. It's just a really wonderful resource. And I don't know, they're going to do the health center thing in the cafeteria again?
Yeah,
Is it going to be the
wellness
same? The
fair.
wellness fair, thank you. That also was really great, just to kind of get a chance to touch base with different organizations that support our district directly or indirectly, and our resources for families. I can't say enough positive things about it. I guess maybe the one thing is go. If anyone's listening, maybe, we have extra people listening tonight because we get new board members, but it's just wonderful.
And I would also say, if you look at the 9 to 12:30 block, we get it. The kid might be swimming or playing hockey or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can stop in, the great thing about the fair is you can walk around, make connections. Maybe you catch a session. That's good. That's great. But definitely worthwhile.
That's a really good point. If you're feeling like I can't do a session or whatnot, if you just stop into the wellness fair, that is even worth your time.
I'm really excited for the keynote speakers this year too, that they're doing it kind of like TED Talk style, or not they, we are doing it TED Talk style. And Katie McPherson is phenomenal. I think to hear her speak in person, I think will be really exciting, and we will all learn so much and be really proud that we implemented our cell phone policy as well, the way that we did. Carrie Biscalonis, I know her well. I'm excited to see what she brings to Northville. She's been doing such a great job in terms of meeting, the growing demand for mental health services. And then we know and love Aaron Boffman. So I think it's going to be really a top-notch crew for that keynote TED Talk portion of it.
Is Carrie presenting like in a small group type setting, or kind of like auditorium style?
That's auditorium style. Is that right, Beth?
I think so. There's another planning meeting where they're shoring up those details next week. But keynote definitely appeals to the masses, so I think it will be a bigger space.
Yeah, Carrie is amazing. She is such a standout in the mental health community. Just in my own personal practice, I have learned so much from her. I probably wouldn't have a practice if it weren't for Carrie, actually. And she is, she blows me away every time I talk to her. So she is absolutely worth coming to listen to.
100%. And then for the board, we can talk about this later on our other agenda, but Katie McPherson has offered to meet with the board and do kind of a board workshop the night before, if that is something that the board has any interest in or availability for. But I think it could be a really great opportunity for us also to just get some guidance, some thoughts, just some thought starters. And we can talk more about what that looks like and
That's
maybe.
great.
Yeah.
In the aspect of, we've made very clear as a board and community ethos, again, school districts don't walk through doors. School boards don't walk, people do. And to a person, to our new members that I've had the pleasure of knowing, meeting, and being with, to members that were previously with us and those that are here on the board, the commitment to doing everything we genuinely can to support the well-being of our employees and our kids is paramount. And if I'm hearing that we have rock stars up here, then that would be wonderful if you guys could find a way to do that.
I want to thank Beth Santer for the introduction to Katie. That I didn't know that she grew up nearby, and she has so many local connections. And she actually also lives in Arizona, which for me is a connection. So it's just kind of a nice full circle moment to get to work with her and learn from her, learn with her. So,
And I think in general, it's wonderful to have these keynotes and these notable experts, but our own teachers and staff, our educators are giving these breakout sessions, and it is really an opportunity to understand exactly what the approaches that are being used to teaching and learning with our students in the classroom. And it's up close and personal, and you can, the educators that choose to participate and share their curricular innovations that they're implementing in their classrooms or across the district, I think are pretty amazing. And I've had kids in this district. I probably have, the greatest historic perspective on how things have changed. You can't believe what's going on, the excellence that's going on in our classrooms. And so for parents who see the kitchen table kind of results, it's really great to hear, to get the upstream perspective from the teachers who are actually implementing these wonderful curriculum programs that we have.
Thank you for saying that, Vice President. Also the administrators and teachers who present, I think, to spend an intimate hour with them to really get an idea of who they are, what their passion center is, and how they can help you. That just makes you stand up straighter when you walk out of the high school, believing like these are the people we have with our kids every day. Because it's hard as a parent to get to be that up close to those educators. You're dropping your kid off or picking them up.
Yeah, it's a great way to build connections and be ready for the various different transitions that kids go through.
I think the hardest part, though, is when the schedule comes out and you have to try to choose 3 things to go to or 4 things. And I know I've gone with a couple of people and said, okay, I'm going to go to this one and you go to that one, and then we'll share notes after. And I think that's the only way to get all the info. So, insider tip.
Well, that's so great too, to know that there are such beneficial, presentations that people want to go to more than what you actually have time for. And when I was working at the high school, I was able to be part of a couple parent camps, and the amount of work that goes into putting this on. And, Kim, like you said, just having everybody there working and showcasing what they do is fantastic. I've never worked for a better district, and this is a great opportunity for parents, like Dr. Weber said, to get in there and actually see what's going on.
We've said it once and we'll say it again, and we're just very fortunate to have the NEF and all the work that they're doing and everyone else in the district that's doing. So thank you.
And NEF is really taking point on it this year. So I know they could use help if anyone's interested in it, but thank you for highlighting that and giving your testimonials. So this is going to be interesting for 3 of you. It's School Board Recognition Month. Welcome. You've been, what are we looking at? An hour. So we'll go ahead and have a more formal celebration of that, but just want to make sure, and that's an intention of why I also led into what I did at the beginning of the meeting, to really underscore the importance of the vibrancy and the notion of a democracy and representative democracy. So thank you. We'll be recognizing you more formally. Great news. Aaron Nadeau, who is our assistant director at Cook, at 5:32, got an email that her baby is here. So Natalie Elizabeth, born to Erin, and anyone who knows Erin, the work she does at Cook, and for our kids at Cook, big ups to her. Friday, Mr. Boffman and I will be presenting at the Wayne County Superintendent meeting. So every month, I attend a meeting with every superintendent in Wayne County. And they asked Erin and I to present on what we've done in AI. Really proud of the fact that we're truly leading in the state in that, and they wanted us to help educate there. And then Saturday at Hillside, we have MASSP, which is the Michigan Association of Secondary School Principals, an Innovative Learning Summit, and that's at Hillside. And Mr. Jones, Mr. Boffman, and I will be keynoting, and then I'll be finishing the day with a restorative practices circle for the attendees. So that'll be Saturday for educators. I think about 80 have signed up thus far. And then I would like to say as well that you're going to notice somebody that is familiar at the end of the table. As we know, Dr. Brock, and maybe you don't know this, and I know what I'm not going to say right now because you would kill me. I won't say what year you graduated from Northville High School, but that you are a Mustang.
I was probably here.
I will, Kim. Dr. Brock was raised here in Northville. Her dad, a longtime employee at Ford Motor Company. Her mom was a teacher. Dr. Brock did her undergrad at Pepperdine University and earned, Michigan, and then your doctorate at Pepperdine. Masters at Pepperdine. I'm trying. And has been with us for 10.5 years. And so we're very fortunate to have Dr. Brock. It's not easy to lose a key member, but of the staff like Erin. However, what we know about that is what the work he's doing aligns with what we feel is a community to support learners wherever they might be. The good fortune of having Dr. Brock be able to come in and lead these efforts, sincerely grateful. And we were together on a couple things today, some STEM things, and it was really great. So good to see you at the end of that table. And that is what I have for the superintendent report. I do think it's kind of funny that you guys are Superintendent Recognition Month. You've been a member for less than an hour. I think it's great. So welcome aboard.
We're just that good, right?
It's fantastic.
As PTA treasurer, I have been purchasing the gift. For
So there it is. So you know. All right.
I'm like, deserve this.
So you want to do any coded messaging right now?
Right.
The PTA presidents I see out in the crowd and other
Right.
people over there.
Yes.
So thank you so much, President McIntyre.
Awesome, thank you.
Yep.
All right, we have our first opportunity for public comment. This is my first chance in the seat, asking if anybody would like to give public comment. Okay, if you'd like to fill out the blue card, or you can do it after, that's fine too. Okay. All right,
Hi.
please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Saray Huang, and I am a parent here in Northville. And I just wanted to come and say, well, first, congratulations to all the new school board members. We're really looking forward to all the great things you guys are going to do. But I came here to say, to give recognition to my third grade teacher, Mrs. Linton. So last year, you guys may have remembered me, I really struggled with sending my child through ALPS with all of the things that are changing with ALPS, not the program, just the location. But we really struggled it for us as a family, and ultimately we decided to defer our child. And I met with Mrs. Lindsay, who is the principal at Winchester, and talked about classroom placement and like consideration for my kid, who is very bright, but also very social, and she loves Winchester. So this year she was placed with Mrs. Linton, who is our third grade teacher, and Mrs. Linton has been so fantastic. So I just wanted to come and sing her praises. She's what makes Northville Public Schools great. She's what puts Northville schools on the map, because she is not just giving attention and helping the kids who are needing her full attention to be a good student, but she's also paying attention to the kids who are, maybe well-behaved and learn quick and just kind of do their thing. I think through my work, I was told, like, even good employees need to be managed. And I think that kind of translates to, like, even good students need to be taught. And I think a lot of times some teachers focus a lot on kids who are disruptive or who need extra help to learn their material, and the ones that are bright may be neglected, not on purpose, but, just like taken for granted that they're not causing trouble. But Mrs. Linton is taking the time to also bring up my kid, and so we don't have to go through ALPS. And regardless of whether ALPS was offered in Northville or not, I think Northville will be an incredibly successful school district. But I just want to take the time and recognize Mrs. Linton, and she had a milestone birthday recently. So if you guys could reach out and wish her a happy birthday, and just to, just so you know, like, the teachers are fantastic, and that's what is going to make your jobs easier, hopefully, and you can focus on the big picture things. So thanks.
Thank you so much. Do I fill out the blue card? No. Okay. All right. Any other public comments? All right. Going once, going twice. Thank you so much. Do we have any added agenda items?
We do not.
We do not. Okay. Second opportunity for public comment. Okay. No public commenters. Okay. Number 13, questions, comments from board members. Anybody have any?
Well, I have
they would like to add?
a couple comments.
Okay.
First, I want to say thank you to everyone in the COLT team who has helped me and supported me immensely over the past several years. I appreciate you all so much, and I am sure that we will be talking a lot more. And for those of you who I have not reached out to yet, get ready, here I come. But I respect all of you so much, and I really appreciate, so thank you. And the second thing, I just was very struck with the terrible news received on Friday, the comprehensive nature of the response and how Northville is taking care of their students and their staff. I was very impressed, and I very much appreciate that. So I know our kids are in good hands, but it validated everything I thought. So thank you.
Well, I would like to comment, I think, to the board, what an excellent job the district, under the leadership of Steve Banchero, but also in consultation with our consultants from AUK Construction, has, and our SRO at Hillside, who comes over, Officer Lindbergh, who comes down to Ammerman. This is a comment on the adjustments to our loop at Ammerman and moving hundreds of kids out of cars and into the building smoothly when we've got fencing around the building that has totally disrupted the drop-off process. And I also want to acknowledge that leadership from the principal's office. Devin placed some of her office leaders also out there. So I just can't say enough about the all hands on deck approach to keeping our kids safe, number one, to trying to help parents translate, a new pathway to follow and dropping off their kids. It was cold. There was ice. There were a lot of, parking was constrained. There's a lot of reasons for people to be disturbed and kind of out of their usual zone of comfort. And there was just a united effort, not only from that school, but beyond at the district level, as well as our construction management company, AUK, in trying to smooth the path for those families bringing their kids back after the holiday break. And so kudos, lots of congratulations, and the families at Ammerman were really appreciative. So thank you very much for that.
Awesome. Yeah, excited to see how that construction comes together. The big sign is like, an indicator of much to come, and all the fencing. It was interesting to keep driving up and down 8 Mile through the break to notice, like, okay, there's more fencing. Oh, there's more trucks. I'm like, oh boy. It'll be exciting though. Yeah. Really excited to see our bond dollars at work. Anybody else have any other topics? I had a couple questions around the calendar, and it's something we could put on hold for next time. But as I was updating my 2025 calendar, I noticed that February 18th, there's no school that day, and we have a cow meeting. And it's fine to still have the meeting. I just want to make sure that is still our plan with no school. And then on February 25th, when we have our meeting at Moraine, that is Teacher Professional Day. So I just wanted to make sure that, like, if kids aren't in buildings, is that the plan then for families to still come and participate in the Moraine meeting?
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
That's okay. So if the February 25th is the Teacher Professional Development Day,
Mhm.
and our meeting is scheduled to be at Moraine, so they'll be doing their presentation, just making sure that will
Right.
be easy for families and we know.
Oh, yeah, from a PD standpoint, the day will be, we design those things, so that should be absolutely no impediment.
Okay, okay, so our calendar will stand as is. Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. I just wondered about that. And no, I mean, welcome aboard to the new board members. And I echo what Ms. Daybury said for our COLT team, that I think you guys make our jobs easy. And just really excited to see, our next, our next adventure. And as we get to know each other and work on all of our goals, and we have some, we have big things ahead of us. We always do. It is a big year.
We have some amazing things. And I want to thank Treasurer Stewart for recommending new board members or any board member accompany me on school visits. I already have a taker. So I'm excited about that. It really is. I try to make it as informal and joyful as possible. A number of you have actually went and helped kids, and just it's a great moment for me in the sense as well. It's a core ethos that I have. In the last 2.5 years, I've done over 800 building visits. And the reason for that is, I believe as a leader, you have to see and be with the people that you are serving. And you are serving not only our kids and families, but you're also serving our employees. And the decisions you make impact them. So getting to be in those buildings and spaces, I always recommend to wear super comfy clothes because you might be doing a gym class. Who knows? You might be getting on the ground and helping a kindergartner with something, but it's a joy. And so thank you for the person who's taken me up on that, and always go through Miss Irving, and she will help set those pieces up. Also, Vice President, to your point on Ammerman, Rebecca, Mike's office no longer here, but Rebecca and Mike worked really hard with Chief Masiak to get an SRO in place. And we saw Officer Lindbergh, who just celebrated his 1-year anniversary with us, the 3rd, I think, of January. And I know the folks and the parents and guardians and everyone are big fans of Mr. Lindbergh for keeping it moving. There's something, a badge just kind of helps, right?
Got that flashlight too. That's just like, and you're like, whoop.
So, that's another, when Mayor Turnbull was here, the partnership that we've built in the past few years with the township, the city, and the schools is incredibly strong. And with that, there's no way we could have gotten to where we got. We have 3 SROs in our district right now, which is amazing to have. And the relationship, again, on Friday evening, I was contacted by the chief of police to inform me of what had happened. And those are the types of relationships that mean everything that we have. And we can get so much more done for our kids with the positive attitudes and trying to create win-win situations in anything we do, dropping our egos and just realizing the kids that Megan and I are privileged to see walk in every day with their parents here at OVS, little ones. I'll leave you with this. When I was coming in this morning, parent was dropping off their kid, and I'm bad with the ages now. Maybe he was 4. He looked up at the top of the stairs, and there was a boy waiting there. He's like, "Mama, a new friend is here." And it's just like, you hear that and you see that and you're like, you're why. Here's the thing, as a board member and a COLT team that I respect so much, and we are getting stronger and tighter together. We never have to wonder about our why, ever. It's genuinely one of the best callings, jobs, areas of service. Your why is right in front of you, whether they're in your own home or around you. And it's really neat to have that kind of compass. So thank you so much. Thanks for letting me speak to those words. And before you all leave tonight after your first closure, I want to get a picture of everyone back there.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you all. And I will call our meeting adjourned. I don't even know what time it is. 7:43. All right. Awesome. I did not do the 15 minutes. Next time.
You not.
Okay.